Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zoronden, and you are tuned in to Let's Play Warcraft. You will notice to your right, to my left, I guess, my new pet, Ravage, named after the Gen 1 Transformers toy Panther guy that came out of Soundwave. He is, of course, a Ravager pet from the Draenei starting zone. If you have not watched this special episode of me going to tame that, it is a heck of a journey. I think I died 5 times doing it, which actually is pretty good in my estimate. But I had to go through Stormwind and the Darnassus dock area to get to him. But I am pretty happy with that. Nobody around my level is going to have one, so that is definitely especially unique. I am, of course, now a Beast Mastery Hunter as well. And we're going to get right to it. I already have some quests from episode 4 to finish up. So we're going to get into the danger zone or whatever and get to it. Looks like my pet is currently cunning. I'm probably going to switch him to ferocity at some point. But for now, I'm still in the field, and that'll cost me money, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, excuse me there. I am currently looking for some clean beast guts, so I'm going to be killing plenty of these fellas around here. Now, I briefly said that I upped my engineering and all my professions last episode. You will notice my engineering is at 143, and I went ahead and made a +2 damage scope for my bow here. If you had not noticed before, I showed it at least once, that I had a level 70 only scope on there, which obviously wasn't helping me any. I couldn't use it yet. So I went ahead and equipped that +2 damage scope, so that's going to help me just a tiny bit. I mean, +2 damage isn't much, but it's something, and something always helps, obviously. And that's going to be the goal of engineering for now. Since I have the BOA gear, there's nothing I can really use from engineering until I get to the trinkets. So for now, the big deal is going to be the scopes. So every time I unlock a new scope, I will be, of course, crafting that and shoving it on my bow. And I'll let you guys know when I've done that. And that'll just be periodic. It won't be too often, nor exciting. It'll just be something I mentioned, because I do want to let you know when I change stuff over. So such is, of course, the case. Otherwise, I do also have my mini pet of the day here. He was out a little bit on the Grand Adventure. He might have disappeared once in a while, especially when I died. But it is the Fetish Shaman. It is the Diablo 3 Collector's Edition mini pet. I have named my guy Peculiar because I thought he was odd. And I thought that was an interesting name. So why the heck not? Let's get this Doomweed here. We need a few more Doomweed. And I'm still needing some pets here. Or pets. I still need a few beasts and whatnot here. But I apparently have to kill some Morgan too. So right into the fray, as it were. Some other things you will notice is that I do have a few sticks of dynamite and whatnot. I'm going to throw one here because why the heck not? Take him out. Dynamite's always fun. It's not terribly useful. You always kind of forget about it as well. At least I do. I don't know about you guys. But I also have got 4 20-slot bags. I'll open up my bags there, and you can see so much more space. That is obviously going to be quite helpful. Before I was just running off 1 6-slot bag, so that's going to change things up as well quite a bit. And then I also have about 425 gold at the moment. I transferred quite a bit from my Alliance character across the Horde, not the Horde, the Neutral Auction House, which I don't know if you've ever used the Neutral Auction House, but it's got something like a 10% fee rate or something. I'm not quite sure on the percentage. I didn't calculate it out. But it took 75 gold out of 500, which that's actually like 15%, I believe. So yeah, that is 15%. So it's a little steep, and I knew it was, but I really wanted the gold on this guy. And frankly, I can afford it. I have enough. I've been playing long enough that that's pretty much chump change. So I figured why the heck not. And also on that adventure, I did level up once just from discovering zones. You will also notice my mining is now up to 89. So I'm going to be hitting nodes and whatnot when I find them, because I do want to try and get to 100 before we start finding iron, because obviously I want to mine up some iron. Do I need that cloak? It's a little bit more armor. Why the heck not? Again, I'm taking gear that is even in the BOA slots, because I have other alts that use some of this gear. So I will be keeping a few of those items as just backups in case I forget to mail them back when I've played the other characters. And of course we are turning these quests in right here. I've got one more to go here, and then I think we're gonna head over to the Spulcher. The Spulcher? I don't know. Either way, there's level 12. Alrighty. What do we get? Feed pet. Feed pet's interesting. They've changed how it works. Once upon a time, you had to feed your pet, or they do less damage and even eventually leave you. Well, now they don't do that. They'll never leave you. But if you feed them, I think they do more damage. I'm pretty sure that's how it works now, which is an interesting change, and frankly a good change. I'm glad they kept feed pet in. If you just want to max your DPS when you're, say, in a raid or a dungeon or something, you can go ahead and feed your pet, and that is very beneficial. And that, of course, means you should always have the food of your pet on you. So, you know, if your pet eats fruit, you should always keep fruit with you instead of whatever normal food. So specifically get fruit that you would eat for your pet as well. Alright, so we got a cool little quest here. I believe we're going to be bombing some Murlocs. I really like that they've added some of the cool high-end quests that we got to love, like Burning Crusade, on into the low levels. What are we throwing, like vials of acid or something? Maybe the Undead Plague? I don't know. It's dastardly, but it fits the undead psyche, the undead mentality here. And so throwing a few of these down here, taking out the Murlocs. Pretty easy. But again, like I said, I love that they've added this high-end stuff here. The cool quests that we really like at high level and in at low level. And that obviously is the benefit of having redesigned the entire world with Cataclysm. And again, guys, if you like alts at any level, or even if you don't, but you just want to experience the Cataclysm world, the redesigned questing levels, I highly recommend it. It is superbly done, and it just isn't played enough. That Blizzard deserves a huge round of applause for it. Personally, it is the best thing they did with Cataclysm. Hands down, no questions. Amazing content, amazing levels of stuff, an amazing amount of stuff. I mean, think about the amount of redesign they really did. It was insane. So, again, big props to them for that. Alright, we're going to turn this in, and obviously I don't need a polearm, so nothing here is useful. I guess I take the one that's worth the most money, which is the polearm. And now I think we're going to the Spulcher. I would kind of suspect that, considering the quest is right near the Flightmaster. But again, I don't know. Here we go. Get this from this guy. Find Deathstalker Yorick at the Ivar Patch in Silverpine. Okay, well, I keep jumping ahead. I guess I just want to get to the Spulcher because I always like the Spulcher. It's a cool little area. It's just a graveyard and a dungeon. Not a dungeon, but a crypt. It used to just be one house, one graveyard, and one crypt, which was really cool. They've obviously added on to it now, and I think that's appropriate. As time has gone on, it has developed into a more oomph of a city, I guess, or a more significant city, to use an actual word instead of a noise. So, what are we doing here? We're going to enter into Ivar Patch. Learn of Darius Crowley's plans. Alright, so we are going to be meeting up with Darius Crowley. I think this is some sort of subterfuge mission, like we're going to hide in something and try to observe some information or something. I'm obviously waiting for her to tell us what to quite do. Yes, yeah, we're going to hide in here. And I think, oh, she's just going to stealth because she's a rogue or something. And look at that. That is Darius Crowley. If you've played the Worgen chain at all, this kind of follows up on that. And I guess they don't have audio files. I thought they had audio files, so I'll continue to talk over them. But if you played the Worgen quest chain at all, you know, the Worgen starting zone, Silver Pine is the follow-up to that, which is really unfortunate because you have to play Horde to get the follow-up to an Alliance starting zone. It's kind of bull. And it's hard for me to come in here and not root for the Worgen, even though I'm playing a Horde. And of course, I kind of loathe undead, but at the same time, I love them, and that's why I play them. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Either way, Crowley is trying to recruit some of the Worgen from this zone. They kind of left Gilneas early, and they don't really want anything to do with the war. They just kind of want to live on their own and be in their own corner of the world. But they're still at the hands of the cruelty of the Forsaken, because frankly the Forsaken don't care who's Gilnean or who's not. If they're Worgen, and they want to take them out. So, such is the case that the Worgen need to align together, and the Forsaken don't give a damn. Now, you'll notice here, unfortunately, for at least us Forsaken people, the Worgen do find the stealth one. But they don't realize there's two here. So I get to live because I was stored in here. Now, one thing I do find interesting is they kind of kill her off screen. And I don't know why they kill her off screen. I mean, there's death animations and plenty of deaths in Warcraft, so why have her thrown out of screen to die? It's an interesting decision. But, of course, we live, and we don't really shed any tears over her death. I mean, it's sad, but it's not like we knew her at all. We just literally met her 10 seconds ago. So, either way, we'll bolt out of here, run over and turn this in. Actually, I'm going to mine this copper right quick. I've been trying to get a few skill ups, and I need only one to at least be able to mine iron because I have the plus 10 mining pick. So, all the copper I see I'm trying to get. But once I get to 90, I'll probably leave them be just because at that point I can mine iron, even though I can't smelt it yet. Anyways, going to run back to this quest and turn this in. And I'm probably going to wrap it up there. This episode will be a little shorter, but frankly, it took me about an hour and a half to do the whole adventure to get my pet quest. So I'm a little burnt out at this point from that. I mean, it was fun, but it's a lot of idle running and swimming that does get a little old. So, go ahead and turn this in. Actually, is a nice little upgrade there. Get a little stamina on my gloves. And, deliver Belmont's report to Lady Sylvanas Windrunner at Forsaken High Command in Silver Pine Forest. Which, of course, is right here. And that is going to be a little bit of special cinematic stuff, I think, maybe? She wants me to kneel before her. I'm not going to do that. That's role-playing stuff. Crowley! A gnat. Ooh, that is a insult! An insect waiting to be crushed beneath my boot heel. So basically, she's pissed at Crowley. Obviously, they're at war. Our reinforcements from Kalimdor arrived last night. So we got some 3 orcish gunships. Oh my. So we're going to report to Admiral Hackett at the Forsaken Rear Guard in Silver Pine Forest. And where is that? That is a ways down there. I do have a flight path for that. So I'm actually going to end the video right here. I will fly down there, and that is where you will see me start the next episode. But for now, I am Zoronden. I want to thank you for tuning in to this episode. Please do thumbs up and subscribe so I can bring you more World of Warcraft action. And that's going to do it for now, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the other side.